Yo guys, this is your artist Tolg, and today we will continue the Great Ape Commission series for Thomas. Today we will do number 3 and finally it's time to show Oozaru, and Thomas wanted the golden Oozaru version from Dragon Ball GT. We are again drawing on an A3 size paper in portrait mode, and I will talk you through the whole process, so make sure to watch the whole video, like and subscribe, and for the whole month I'm running a sale for commissions in any size and also for original drawings and prints. You will get 25% off, so message me on Instagram or email for commissions and check out my shop, links down below and in the pinned comment. So just like for the previous drawings, I started with getting some ideas on a separate piece of paper, and I wanted to create a badass version of Oozaru with huge muscles, with a huge roar and lightning. And this is my idea, and now we will draw the serious version on the A3 size paper. Now I am drawing the very rough shape of the whole figure, and this will help us to draw way easier, and I'm always drawing like this even though I'm pretty experienced, so try it out. We will also use a very light blue color pencil to draw the lightning around Oozaru. This way we already know where we will place the lightning, so we don't overdraw these parts. And when we got the perfect shape, we can draw detailed. Starting with the very wide open mouth, and here I want to draw the fangs very dominant and standing out, and also the tongue will be lifted up. The mouth part is pretty difficult to draw, as that's something completely different to the things I draw on my channel most of the time, so here we can work with rough shapes and with lots of adjustments and improvements. Now we can draw the one eye, which we can see from this perspective, and the big part of his face will be covered in fur, also on top of his head. Oozaru has big ears, and we will try to make the fur look real hairy, with some individual and smaller hair strands, which are very spiky. The head looks great, and now we can get to the huge upper body. We are starting with drawing the shape of the muscles, first the normal way with no fur. Now we will just bring the muscles in shape and form. I'm also adding rocks around Oozaru, and as the arms are lifted up, the biceps will be on top. As for the arms, monkey arms are pretty long and they have huge hands. The hands of Oozaru will be shaped into a fist, so we will draw the shape of each finger and the thumb and then drawing it more detailed. The upper hand will be covered in fur as well, and to make sure that both arms are the same size and on the same level, we will use a ruler. That way we can easily know that the fists are on the same level and that the lower arms have the same length. That looks good, and now to the lower area. Usually Oozaru has a pretty big belly, but I want to draw a badass version of the great ape, so we will just draw him muscular and ripped. And we will add a nice 8-pack to him. drawing the small part of the legs which you can see, and then the tail. Alright, and this is how the great ape will look in my style, and now we will make the fur look real hairy. Therefore I'm drawing the very outer parts of Oozaru with some individual and small spikes, some of them in different directions and sizes, so it looks more dynamic and natural. Alright, that's the final sketch and I think it looks badass. I really like it, and now we can bring the lightning in better shape. Therefore, you can use a light blue marker and use the tip of the marker very accurately to give the lightning the edgy and spiky look. We will do this for the entire lightning. As the blue lines were so light, there was a big chance that we would over ink them, so we will finish the lightning before inking. Okay, that looks great, and now we can do the inking. The first part of the inking is very simple. As you can see, the sketch is 100% clean and accurate, and that means with the pen we can now just trace the entire sketch. This is now the easiest part of the drawing process. Now erasing the pencil lines very carefully with a rubber of your choice, and then we will improve the line art. So after erasing, I always see some inaccurate parts on the inking, so I am doing another layer of ink to fix that, but also to give them lines more thickness and also to add more details to the character. Today I will just give the line art some more thickness and more accuracy because I want to focus more on the coloring for this drawing. Alright, the line art is done and I think it looks pretty good. Now we will do the coloring, starting with the fur, which is also the biggest part to color. We are drawing golden Oozaru, so I chose a few yellow tones which matches perfectly. These are all from Oozaru brush, and I'm using the tones in the exact following order, which are Y030, Y270, Y11, then E463 from Oozaru Color series, and finally WG09 from Oozaru brush. So I'm using a lot of different tones for the fur to create a very cool golden look with lots of blending, and I also wanted the fur to look real hairy. This was really a challenge, but as you can see, the fur looks great already, so let's continue a bit like that. So guys, we are around halfway through, and as you can see, I'm using the tip of each tone like a brush and with a stroking technique to give the fur the hairy effect, which was really time consuming, and this also really challenged my patience. So again, I'm drawing this on an A3 size paper, and with the size of Oozaru, almost the entire drawing consists of the fur, and that means I needed almost 5 hours to color the entire fur like this. It was really challenging, but I knew that the fur had to be done like this for the end result to look amazing, so let's finish this. Alright guys, the fur is finally done, and I think it looks really good. It turned out exactly how I wanted, and now we will finish the rest. For the skin of Oozaru, I'm using markers from ATAGs in a following order. So 304, 334, 102 and 389. Again, using the tones in that order, and we will leave the outer parts of the skin bright, and we will add the shades to the inner part of the hands, and also using the wrinkles and stuff to add the shades. Same goes for the face, and as the face has lots of features and wrinkles, adding the shades will be very easy. Now we are adding some gray shades for the fangs and coloring the tongue with R280, R290 and NG09 for the dark highlights, all from Oozaru brush. For the inner part of the mouth, I'm using RV250 from Oozaru brush as well, and for the gums, I'm using E364 from Oozaru color series. So now we will color the floating rocks, and I'm using the same tones for that as for the previous transformation, as this is a continuation, so the colors have to be the same. So 333 from ATAGs, Y210 from Oozaru brush and E440 from Oozaru classic. With these tones we will now color each rock. Now to the final part, the yellow Super Saiyan aura in the background. Therefore you can use the yellow tones you prefer, just make sure that you use a light tone, a middle and a stronger yellow tone. And now let's finish this drawing. Alright guys, there we have the final result. The original character of Thomas has finally transformed into Oozaru, and I think this is a real badass version of the Great Ape. A golden ripped Oozaru in rage, so what do you want more? So originally this would be the final step of the transformation. We finished 3 of 3 drawings, but Thomas and I decided to create a 4th drawing to finish this project with honor. So let's see next week what we will cook for that. Alright guys, now let me know in the comments what you think of this. Also give me inspiration for future videos and like the video to show me your support. You can also support me on Patreon if you appreciate my work, that would be amazing. Also subscribe to my real-time channel for full-time videos and check out my online shop for original drawings and prints with a 25% discount for the whole month. Same goes for commissions. So if you ever wanted to order a custom drawing by me, now it's the perfect time with a 25% discount for commissions in any size. So message me on Instagram, and if your custom drawing fits to my channel, I will make a video out of it and mention your name in a video just like today. All the links down below in the info box, including the links to the materials I'm using. That's it guys, thank you all for watching and I see you on the next